yeah, just do whatever.
There's no reason for me to be on it right now.
Yeah, like if there's a real reason, then hell yeah, just go ahead, hop on, you know, because like we have the technology. It's not like they put limits on the shit, which is the beauty of it. Just like unlimited data. Unlimited.
It's pretty strange that that's even a thing, you know what I mean? Like, why is that why are we paying for this, you know, kind of thing? I get it.
Why cap it?
No. Why do we pay for it at all? But I understand the capitalistic.
It's not just that, man. It costs a lot to actually set up the infrastructure in the first place.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, these infrastructures cost money.
Yeah, it's huge projects.
Right. Do you ever? I'm asking kind of a rhetorical question, but you know, do you ever think about the end goal of the companies that are setting this up? You know, like super long term. You know, like the internet. The internet isn't the internet that it is today for no reason, right? Am I right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're gonna have these computers set up, maybe get them talking to one another. But I doubt, like in the early '90s, mid '90s, you know, anybody could fathom the type of social implications that something like the internet, as we know it now, you know, has on society, right? Do you think about that? Like,
yeah, I talked about this whole, like if you looked at pre-internet, who are the top 10 companies by market capitalization to today, and just like look at how that changes over time. It's pretty amazing. Internet is something totally wild and still young.
yeah.
Still very young. I think people give it too much credit and thinking it's like, oh yeah, it's all done. Everything that's been done has already been done. But like the internet, not with the internet. There's still a lot of opportunity on the web. I gotta make sure that my relay's up. Alright, there we go. Relay's up now. We're solid.
When you say relay, what do you mean?
Chat relay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because the show is just this easy. Getting the show going is easy. The chat relay is the thing that's sometimes flaky.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We have Paul here too. Alright, so let me get on the navigator game. Son of a gun. I know I punched it in somewhere. Alright, here it is. I hope this place is good. Have you ever been there?
No.
Alright. So it's going to be new for both of us. Okay. This is your navigator. Here with Casa the pilot.
You see this?
Yeah. Disconnect from this bitch.
It's connected. I mean, this should be no. Yo, tag us both in there.
Yeah, I can get it. Both of us. The typing tool.
You know how to do like big text and you can kind of manipulate it.
Big text. That's Casa. Done. Add Casa KU. Done. Text. Big text at YetiEater.com. Done. E. Why does it keep doing that?
Well, you gotta look at what it's trying to autocorrect. You can shrink it down and like change the color and whatnot.
Man, colors are for noobs.
It's just black and white, huh? Every shades of gray.
Sometimes you just go black and white.
You can like swirl it around, you know, so it's on the screen too. Can you direct the branding on the Snapchats?
Yeah, I don't fuck with Snapchat. Like, hardly. You know that.
Oh yeah, click yourself at the bottom.
See how it keeps doing that? As soon as I hit done, it goes, oh, I think I know why. I understand it now.
What's happening?
Alright, I did it.
What the fuck? That looks so shitty.
Alright, I'm saving it, and then we're going to save it, send it.
To that person too.
Oh, Ashley M. And then my story. Okay?
Do our story. Okay.
Alright, let's see if it actually goes anywhere. When you push stuff to our story, does it often work?
For you or me?
Me, not you. Like you think they will. How many people do you think you have on there?
On this?
Yeah.
On mine? Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do, is turn on my Bluetooth.
Stupid. Fucking technology.
Send it to myself. Send it to me as well, right?
Hi, Yusuf7. Does everything sound okay? Or do I sound like a robot? Like more like a robot than I usually sound like. Like how would you describe the audio glitching anyways?
Essentially.
So I do a toggle.
Like a couple seconds, and then you know you get either.
And T-Mobile are both kind of like I need more. I need to bring all three. I need to bring out all of the things.
Perhaps they're on the same network too. The same. I'm not sure what the correct terminology is off the top of my head. They use the same band.
Oh. Yeah. See, I don't know enough about this stuff yet. I just know that I want all three.
It's definitely going to be better. The 3 versus the 2. But
Oh, I see.
I was worried about switching phones and switching networks. You paid to know which phone was better on which band and which phones were available on which carriers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I hear you. It's about, yeah, the LTE bands. Would you like, what did you have for breakfast?
I had the rice.
The rice, gotcha.
The rest of the fried rice for reds. Second container that I took.
Dude, the pork was fine. Wow, fuck. The meat inside was fine.
Oh yeah, I was actually opting not to eat it regardless. This latest time, it was just like too chewy, too rough. I don't know. It was fine, but not desirable for my preference.
And I are on the road. We are embarking upon a great journey.
Onward!
Westward ho. Actually.
Sorta, yeah.
Yeah, actually, you're headed west. We're not too old to stay set. Foreign Pine says, yo, what's up, Cussa?
Foreign Pine looks really good. Good day to you. I actually have no idea where Foreign Pine's at in the world. On the map.
Yeah.
So I want to be accurate with whatever time of day it is.
Afternoon.
Very good.
Afternoon slash. Like, Foreign Pine stays. I don't know how late Foreign Pine stays up. I'm just going to start linking more and more when people ask me questions that can be answered via in video. I'm just going to be linking them to YouTube videos. It's like, hey, you know, like here it is, and it makes it really obvious. Like, oh yeah, you have a channel, you actually build stuff out.
Yeah. Like to your channel, right? Something that you previously
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever the topic is.
Yep. I'm just going to keep dropping that away. It's like, oh, okay, now I know.
Yeah, I think if you haven't been doing that, that's probably a mistake, man. It's very strange. I was looking at WordPress this morning.
Yeah.
Just like, what's the simplest kind of site that I can make? What would you say?
Static page, like a single page.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I discounted that completely, but you know, second easiest maybe.
I don't know. Like, what's the real question?
I guess I mean I want your opinion really. So you know, WordPress.
Yeah.
Their kind of tutorial step by step is, you know, has the user kind of create a blog page, right?
Right.
So essentially a static page that you scroll. It just has like, you know, your writings or whatever.
What the fuck?
Hella awkward. What the hell, dude? Why me? What the fuck?
You just saw that, like, wow, dude.
Coming for you.
It could have been worse. It could have been a lot
It
worse.
could have been a lot worse, actually, yeah.
Thankfully, this car is like super aerodynamic, you know? just like, can you imagine if you just like hit that and it busted the windshield and just like...
That's exactly what I was expecting, honestly. I was like, trying to gauge it, like how light or heavy is this thing that's just barreling at my freaking car right now?
Like corrugated cardboard flying through the air. Jesus.
I was thinking maybe, some type of plywood. I was like, oh, just don't be solid.
Yeah, don't be plywood, please.
Seriously, man. Like, just don't be solid. And then, like, glazed over the freaking Jeep. It's like, okay, maybe we're safe. And I shouldn't have stopped. I shouldn't have slowed down, right? Because it probably would have just went right over us.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with these things. Yeah.
The way it came from the other side.
It just like... This is why you need a dash cam, man. Actually, yeah. For given the amount of hours that you spend in your car, you should definitely have a dash cam.
I've considered it on multiple occasions. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
If you do nothing but benefit me, if anything.
Yeah.
I hate that. That's content,
Yeah. It's like, what are these guys laughing about? And you can just overlay it. But that's it's easy to talk about all of this stuff, but actually doing it. Yeah. I brought my laptop.
Smart.
Yeah. But I haven't touched it.
Like in the past.
Since like I grabbed it and put it in my bag, I just haven't touched it.
Is there a reason we would?
If I get like bored out of my mind,
right?
I might signal like I'm bored out of my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna do my shit.
Come over to me. This is not what I'd rather be doing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go full retard, not even using the phone. I'm just gonna go straight.
So yeah, they had the
because you're talking about WordPress, and you talked about blog. I just was curious if you'd done it before, but it's okay if you haven't. It's fine. Anyways, you're talking about like trying to set up a website using WordPress. Go on, shoot.
So I was asking. I think you wanted to know what you use.
I use WordPress.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I've been using WordPress since like. It's been a long time. Like, let's just say it's been a long time. WordPress powers a lot of the web right now.
Right. Very, very high percentage, over 50%.
It's a good CMS to learn just because it's so dominant. But there are other CMSs out there, and WordPress it's good. It's good. It's fine. Like, it does the job. Ultimately, my site may not be on WordPress. We might transition to something else, but it's one of those things where it's like you need the manpower / I just don't even worry about it right now. Mine's a shitty site. It kind of functions sometimes to do some of the things it needs to do.
Does it not? Sometimes?
I mean, I need to I think scale up the computing resources I've given to it. It runs out of memory sometimes, and then and then I've got to go and like reboot shit.
Interesting.
Yep, but it's okay.
Do you use free WordPress?
No. I'm using free WordPress. Technically, it's like the community WordPress thing. WordPress is free, but I'm not on WordPress.com, right? Like I'm using WordPress.org. That community project.
I got
that's
you.
WordPress, right? It's just that thing. I'm not hosting through WordPress.com. I'm self-hosting because I've been self-hosting and self-publishing for a long time.
Okay. This is good to know.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. I watched videos. This is months ago, and I wasn't very serious about it. Or I would say serious enough that I would get domains, but not put anything on the pages, on the sites.
The big snack says, "Hey, Casa." It says "cute couple." Hey, one in America,
I guess.
a cute couple with a cute dog heading west. We're gonna land in San Francisco. We're gonna buy some flowers along the way. We're gonna put them in our hair.
This reminds me of a movie. It's a favorite of mine. Surely you've heard of it. As Good as It Gets?
As Good as It Gets. I think I've seen it. I don't know. I've definitely heard of it.
Cuba Gooding Jr., Jack Nicholson, a female lead. I can't.
You can look it up.
Yeah.
As Good as It Gets.
So good. The movie's.
Anyways. Oh, okay. I've definitely seen this one. I think, yeah. Novelist. Is it the dog? Does he have the dog?
Yeah.
The bacon?
With the bacon? Yeah. In the plastic silverware.
Yeah. All right.
Jack Nicholson. I key Jack Nicholson's characters myself very often. But anyway. That reminds me of Cuba Gooding Jr. and, some of the people that he associates with. That's really cool. Anyway.
Yep.
Pink snacks.
Man.
Come take Eddie this place.
Love and sunshine and smiles and stuff.
Get the rainbows, man.
Yeah, and the rainbows. Hell yeah for the rainbows. That's like. Anyways, back to what you were talking about before you got all distracted.
It's gonna blast it.
No, it's actually going down.
Oddly enough, yeah. How did you do that?
I just hit auto.
Yeah, I know. It usually blasts when you do that.
I don't know. Because it's probably not that bad right now. It's already cold. I don't know. If it gets to be annoying, we'll fuck with it. Nah, you can't. Unless you want it.
I do want it on my feet.
Go. You got it. Now. Boom. Done. Awesome. Anyways. Yeah.
WordPress.org, the community center.
Yeah, so have you spun up WordPress? Have you tried it at all yet?
I tried it today. I mean, I got somewhat far before I was like, yo, I need to work out. I'm going to be bearing my chest anytime soon.
Pool party, man. Woo!
Going there with my shirt. My shirt, my swim trunks.
I didn't take off my shirt at all last night.
Really?
Yeah, I just kept I stayed fully clothed the entire time.
That's cool, right? I would expect you to. It's the normal thing to do, by the way. I don't know if you
Stay fully clothed?
Yeah.
There were so many people walking around, just there were some naked people walking around,
No shit.
Of course.
You say, of course, it was really
yeah,
full out
it's just
that.
butt ass naked. They were okay. So upstairs you had 3-4 beds, just mattresses in this big open landing. And they had one of those fucking machine.
No shit.
They had one of those. They had
out of here,
yeah,
bro.
they had. Dude, it was pretty wild. But I was just out smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
For the most part. I saw this one young lady.
It wasn't at a residence.
It was at a house, yeah.
Okay.
It's just sizable property.
Sure,
big lot.
For 3 levels. Okay, first of all.
2 stories.
Oh, I thought you said that there was 3.
No, I said 3 beds.
3 beds.
Or 4 beds. Just couches and all sorts of stuff. Really, really pretty solid. They had food, booze, all sorts of stuff.
I wonder if anybody got down with that machine, man. What do you think?
I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I think I saw. Yeah. I saw it in action. It was going pretty slowly, and I was looking at it, looking at the stroke length, thinking about it,
Is that all you got? Is that it?
All right.
Oh my gosh, this is fucking wild.
Dude, I'm sure feel like whatever goes on here is just like, okay, cool, right? And maybe there's more stuff like this. There's definitely more stuff, but I'm kind of curious what it's like on the coasts. You know, so everything just like pops off on the coasts, and then
You're talking about like East West.
yeah.
NY.
Yeah, it's where all there's so much money on the coasts. Stupid money, and then you've got like all of the entertainment and shit. So you've got many beautiful people chasing the dream,
Right.
and then
So you're just trying to like, you're thinking about like soaking up your portion of your share, essentially.
what's up?
Soaking up your share of that.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm gonna go chase it, but I'm gonna be like back and forth because I want the frequent flyer miles. I'm also pretty happy to try and do something here, right? Like this is so my shtick is gonna be like Houston to the world.
Yeah.
Houston to the world. We start here. We've already got this massively diverse place. We've got some cool cats starting to get some people, just like can we do with this? Who's really here?
It's Play-Doh. We're gonna make it one color. Eventually,
Well, it doesn't have to be one uniform color, but it's just under one umbrella.
All encompassed. We will service you.
Yusuf, you can play Fortnite on your phone, right? There are people that play Fortnite mobile.
Brilliant idea, by the way.
What's up?
Never used this until
Cruise control?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, for cruise control, dude. It's the most efficient. Like, your car's taking care of itself. It's one less thing to worry about.
I mean, it can be hazardous, but as far as fuel economy, it's...
Where's the hazard?
If you're not paying attention and you decide not to brake, you're gonna fuck yourself.
Sure. Just like that's like, hey, well, since this Tesla's got this autopilot feature, I'm just gonna watch a Harry Potter movie. I'm not gonna look at the road at all. Like,
you know what? I'm pretty tired. I think I'll nap.
It's just come on, driving it's a vigilance activity. You can't just like totally hands off. No matter how smart these things get. Remember the trolley car problem. They have to engineer these machines at some level to kill us or other people. Because it's gonna happen. In the case of the dude that was watching Harry Potter, whose Tesla like slammed into the side of an 18-wheeler, tried going under an 18-wheeler, whatever you call this, trailer. I think it just interpreted it as sky. Like, oh yeah, it's all clear.
Jeez, man.
Don't break.
How recent was that?
I can't remember, like a year ago, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe a year and a half. Or even more recent than that, I don't know.
Yeah, I recall the incident where I don't know if this person was like, driving someone in Uber or something like this, and they hit a pedestrian on a bike, I believe it was.
Okay.
Very similar situation, I think. Like what was this person doing where they couldn't stop?
One of the guys I knew, like one of the guys I went to school with, in middle school, first year of high school, he died after getting struck by an Uber Lyft car.
Really?
Yeah, he was founder of this startup, or co-founder, one of the founders of a startup, and yeah, he got struck by a vehicle and died. Just like walking around.
Yeah, it's a really shitty way to go. I have a fear of that, man, because I realize the amount of attention I pay, especially at night before turning corners. Sometimes, sometimes it's just really hard to see. It's just
take it slow. Don't be tired doing it.
Yeah.
Like if that's why you were asking, like, would I drive? I'm happy to. I'm really happy to. That's why I'm resting all the damn time. Like last night at the party, dude, I fucking fell asleep.
No way.
Yeah, I was just like on this couch and then feeling tired, so I just closed my eyes and I fell asleep for a bit. I took a power nap.
Sheesh.
And then the person I went with was like, "Oh my god, that was the funniest thing. You just tucked out there. I wish I could do that."
Yeah.
Well, I was tired.
Yeah.
I was tired. I wasn't like, I'd been stimulated enough and observed.
Exactly, right.
I knew what was going on.
Winding down, you weren't being engaged at the time,
Yep.
What else to do?
I mean, like, I could go around and just be like, "Hey, I see you.
Yeah.
I like you.
Yeah.
You like me."
So yeah, plenty to do. But right,
Yeah.
what's more worth it?
I am curious though. I'm really curious to see more and maybe do some more.
Why did I agree to this, man? Is it too late? Can we turn around yet?
What do you mean? Oh, you got the lube? Hey, you can take one of those if you'd like it.
Yeah, you're fucking right. I'm gonna take one.
Hold on to one of those, man. You never
You
know.
have a sticker on it, though.
I mean, if you want a sticker on it, otherwise you can put your own shit on it if you don't. I'm like, I have stickers too.
I've used lube like all of 1.5 times.
I have used it just very few times in my life too. When was the first time? How old were you the first time you encountered this stuff?
Really old, man. Within the past 5 years or so. The silence.
5 years? Wow.
Surely.
Okay. That was the first time within the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just never had curiosity about it in the
Fuck
past.
no.
All right. Because like everybody jacks it, and then you're like, well, what if I used this as well? Like, would it make it a better experience?
I guess, man.
Yeah.
I've never had issues like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Fair. Fair enough. Got somewhere to be. I need to make this one a quickie.
maybe a little would have helped. I don't know. But again, I never. It was never like, damn. If only there was some solution to solve this problem. You know what I mean?
For me, man, the stuff I know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling super bold about this direction. Like maybe supernaturally bold. But I'm so fucking happy, dude. I'm so excited. I can't fucking wait. The cats have been out of they're out of the bag. It's just like we're going for it.
Yeah.
So
It's good that you don't have that over your hanging over you anymore.
oh, it had to be done eventually.
Right. I mean,
Eventually, one of the trolls would have grown a pair and then sent something off, or So it's better to just get that conversation going like adults.
Right. And that's the thing too. It's like it shouldn't be a thing. Nor did I think that it was even in your mind, but apparently, apparently it was. And of course, it should have been said. It's not something that you want to just back forever.
No, but I was also pretty happy. Just like, okay, you can find out in your own time.
Yeah.
Because like when I share good news, sometimes it's met with
Too, yeah. And then,
big whoop.
Yeah. What do you want me to say? I can only imagine that.
That's whatever. That's why I try to celebrate often.
Like that. Sorry, Paul. I'm sorry, buddy. I can't. Can you get the touch? I perked his ears, but he's like, no, I'm not touching you.
That's why I don't actually clap. I'll do it like this, but I don't. No, not just for him. It's because also like the people's ears, man. It's that impulse. The plosives, the impulse. Oh man. You're a rape.
Don't clap, jeez. Are we gonna pass that same place where we got the moon in?
Yeah.
We are?
Yeah.
Perhaps on the way back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I like it. I grabbed some last time too. Some good in.
Nice.
Way back.
It's a true tradition.
Yep. Kolaches. Oh, on the way back, shit. Yeah.
They're gonna be close.
Yeah, they're gonna be close.
They might have it available still.
And you can get the stuff out in Houston too.
Not that stuff though. I mean, I want to use the food in. I just wouldn't bother with this.
I mean, like this. I guess it's nice because there's definitely hunting around here, but there's also hunting in Houston too. Like
True that.
just in that area.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anyways, so you content creator, Casa.
Me?
Yeah, content
Really?
creator, Casa.
No.
Like been broadcasting and stuff. Moving stuff around.
I dabble, sure.
So, like, what's it gonna take to make the leap to just do more of the IRL stuff? What's holding you back there?
Yeah, it's just the income. The income at this point. So.
Right. I mean, you can even do it at home though. Like,
Yeah.
You see Belanissimo doing it.
Oh, you mean like I have like my phone like broadcasting in this manner, or
Yeah, and
just
then-
broadcasting period?
Just like you can tie the phone into the computer like I've got, a guy who knows stuff, is happy to share it with you, and like everybody else is willing to listen. So what's holding you back,
I guess I have to pick your brain a little bit more. I've been trying to hammer it myself for a little while. Again, not like just pushing it. We gotta get this stuff out to the people, but really trying to learn the ropes myself. I think I expressed my level of knowledge with OBS, switching from XSplit. I used to use. Didn't want to pay for XSplit anymore. It was on Slobs, right? Turns out Slobs is a piece of shit. I say that it's super easy, okay?
Yeah,
but I was
easy.
definitely more comfortable like creating the scenes myself in OBS. So familiarize myself with location and settings and all that jazz, whatever. And it came to me just like it did with XSplit. It was great. So you see me this past week or so. I've streamed a few times. So yeah, the next thing is integrating the phone into OBS, right? That's next. But wanting to do it more like how you do it. And unfortunately, I don't think my infrastructure at home would allow that. And of course, without the hotspots, right? The mobile units.
Yeah, but you see, I barely take mine out.
Yeah.
Like, I hardly ever take it out. Because okay, you could take your shit out, but why not, like, start with what you have right now, and you're talking about the Wi-Fi problem, it was like over a year ago. I said, just try it, see what it can do. Have you tried it?
You said, have I?
Yeah. Have you tried pushing straight from your phone?
Right, yeah, but I mean, I haven't spent enough time to even know how to link it to OBS.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. You don't need to know, right? You just need to know if this is good enough. Like, you just need to see where the gaps are, the flaws in your system. The actual hooking into OBS, like, other people will help you with that, right?
So in your mind, like, what's the benefit of just turning it on and seeing these holes,
Start where you know where the deficiencies are, where you need to shore up if you want to be able to do it the way you want to do it. Like, I know that there are deficiencies in my system. I can't walk around the entire property yet without things fucking up. Right. Sometimes even walking around inside of the house, things fuck up a little bit. So that's not too big of a deal. It happens very rarely now. Yeah.
That's really what I'm trying to avoid, is being comfortable broadcasting stuff like that on a regular basis.
Just fucking uninstall it, dude.
No, I don't want to uninstall the game.
Why not?
I'm perfectly fine playing the game. I just want to do other things.
But is the game helping you to do the other things?
In a way.
How?
You said how?
How? Yeah.
Okay, so...
Did you answer that, like, yeah, in a way it's helping me to do other things?
In a way.
How is the game helping you to do other things?
It's helping me stay connected. Like, I'm not doing nothing.
It's helping you stay connected. How?
Again, some people, some connections, you know.
Are those useful connections?
Are they useful? I mean, only time will tell. Ultimately,
I mean, I think that gamers tend to just get sucked into games, and they tend to stunt themselves because they're so invested in the game world. But that's just most gamers, and then some of them, like, they take that same type of energy, that same drive, and they turn it into like fitness, and then they get, you know, like we're talking with KB, and it's like, I'm a gamer, and that's because as a gamer, like I identify with the statement too. If you're a gamer, you understand the grind, you can actually do it, right? But you know, it's like once you make the investment into the real world, then hey, life starts picking up.
yeah,
Things start taking off. You know?
yeah,
Like I talked about it before. In the past, every single time I got into a relationship,
Oh, okay.
it was because, like, right, I just started taking care of myself, eating weights, and just feeling more confident, approaching more people,
Right.
getting the phone numbers, and then like, just,
one thing to another.
yeah, that's it. Life is a very rewarding game.
So it's really strange that you mentioned that. And I don't think that I don't recall responding in this way, but I remember when Katie said that at the hobble.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, you know, this is very telling, because you know, I'll describe the type of gamer that I am, and you know how it relates to this statement. You know, and I was thinking too, like, if I were to continue gaming and streaming me gaming, right?
Yeah.
It would have to be like variety, like hands down. As much as I like League of Legends, as much as I could probably get back into World of Warcraft, something I don't plan on doing, and honestly regret doing. The latest time I did it, probably about almost a year ago, just shy of a year. But you know, I don't want to do that. Like, I know that it's a time suck for me.
Right.
And it's the kind of gamer that I am, which is I've completed very few games. I'll say that, right?
Yeah.
Start to finish, I'll claim to want to do a game like 100%, right? All the secrets, everything,
Yeah.
all the achievements. It'll probably never happen.
Okay.
But this is a goal of mine, right? Pick a game, get it to 100%. I can't like hit the grind like that, you know. Like in League of Legends, playing ranked, I've peaked at like just the tip of gold. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten gold, but just barely, kind of thing. You know, there's platinum and diamond, challenger, etc. Like I could go for that, but like I'm super lazy when it comes to that stuff, dude. Super duper lazy. It's a problem. So yeah, when you're talking about flipping from the game to the real life, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I have to do everything right, but like I jump around too much.
It's okay to jump around sometimes, right? But you got to look at what's actually rewarding you,
Yeah.
and then you grease the groove.
Right.
Otherwise, you squander your energy and your time.
That's fair. So yeah, I mean, that's part of the issue, attacking certain things, right? Attacking, you know, what I want to do with, you know, the number of businesses that I'd like to spin up and like actually make a thing.
It's like artificial intelligence, dude. He's like, I want to do this one, I want to do that one. You were suggesting this, just kind of like tightening the bolts on a single operation first.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
After you get that, then you can move it. You can move the template to something else.
Man, she's like fully engaged.
What? Pedal to the metal?
No, not pedal to the metal, because she's got her head down.
we on 290, dude?
Yeah, no kidding.
Why aren't we on 290?
Is this not 290?
No. When did we hop off?
Look, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you these questions, Navigator.
Shit.
Where the fuck are we?
God damn it.
Yeah, where do I go?
Alright. You want to turn around?
Okay.
You want to turn around?
You turn.
Oh, it's gonna be... Dude, I thought we were on 290. How the fuck did we get off that shit?
Oh my god.
At what point did we hop off 290?
How far away from 290 out?
Shit, it's not that bad, but I mean, like... What? You know the way to Austin. No? Like, we were... fuck me, man. It's okay. It's alright. We'll be a little late. Now we're fashionably late.
How the... I'm leaving it alone.
I mean, you got your eyes open, right? I don't have the little bitch voice like telling me, hey.
I don't want the bitch voice. I just want somebody's eyes on the fucking map, dude.
Shit.
Every like 5 minutes, you should be like, "Yep, we're still navigating."
No. God, there's signs that fucking say Austin. You know, like.
The last one I said 290. It said 290 business, right?
Oh,
so that means you're saying the other thing, which means we're going.
Yeah, we're fine. Okay.
Here's the thing that really tipped me off: the stoplight.
Like, right, like you don't see them until you're within about 30 minutes.
Jeez,
Oh well. I see Bluebell.
Yeah, that too.
Or like Brenham. Yep.
Want some ice cream, man? Quick pit stop.
Machine Cult gave a suggestion to you. It says, reduce video gaming drastically, if not altogether cut it out of your life. I agree.
Machine Cult?
Yes.
Is that their name?
Yes.
If Machine Cult is still there and listening, first, I will say thank you for the tip. You're more than likely, right, I should probably do that. Secondly, I'll ask if you've played the game Star Realms. Star Realms.
You see it? Yes, we go there.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
No, it wasn't that bad. I'm just kind of surprised that, we popped off of 290.
I don't know how it happened either. But you know what? You're in the car, same as I am, dude.
I'm trying to look at the chat because you can't really look at that safely. And,
I'm not concerned about chat.
Just talking with you and occasionally shit.
Goodness.
It's okay. It was only a couple miles.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's all love.
Alright. All is good again.
Hey, we are.
All is right in the world.
Doing the thing. Just gonna leave it like this.
I'm not. Just stay here. Stay on this road for another 80 miles.
Okay. Copy that. Navigator. Blavigator.
I'm trying to talk with you through things, try to figure out what you need to do.
I appreciate that. Help me with the
next steps. You're still if you want to do this game, then you gotta play the game, man.
Lift this up real quick.
Otherwise, just abandon all hope. Don't reinvest in this shit. It's such a long game, too.
I mean, here's the thing. I've been a passive player for I think a long enough time.
Yeah. I mean, like a chat participant.
I'm sorry?
A chat participant?
I mean, even more than that, I've done some research,
Yeah.
Inquired and observed enough where I can say, maybe this route, maybe that route.
Yeah.
I saw what happened when the X person did this thing.
Yep.
Maybe I want to carve a path here.
Wherever you want to go. For those about to rock.
We salute you. The nose about to rock. What a song, man. What a band.
Cookie. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
Let me bring this poison.
You grabbed it. I'm not gonna stop you. But like you can't stop taking my cookies. I need those.
Okay.
No, it's like there. It's a shared resource. I'm not trying to hog all the cookies. I'm not trying to just just like the lube. It's not. It doesn't behoove me to hold on to that much lube. Right? Like in a way it does, but like how much does it really help? The point of the lube is to get it out there on the streets.
Sorry.
Get that shit moving.
We can lube moves.
Nope. For those about to gape.
Yo.
Now in Cherry. Hey. Where are we going? We're going to a meetup. Hosted by two young ladies that are both broadcasters on Twitch. There's going to be some stuff involved. I mean, they've got this whole day's worth of activities planned. First stop, food. Buffet. So get some grub, and then, I don't know, we'll see what happens from there. There's a whole itinerary, and it's a little sad that more people can't join, but it's okay.
Did anybody else show interest at all?
I shared the thing. I don't think anybody else said anything.
Wow.
That's okay.
I should have pinged you privately. I was really worried about that. Like, man, maybe I should have been first. Pick me. Take me with you.
I mean, wait, you should have done what?
Should not have, said that I was willing to go publicly, I think.
Why?
It's just a thought I had.
Wait, you should not have said that you wanted to go.
I thought not to do what I did by saying that I had interest in going. Saying so publicly, yes. Follow?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know.
They want to play. We got games. I wish a mofo would. I haven't thrown hands in a while. Not that that's something that I like to do. But I just clip my fingernails, so.
Hey, me too. Me too. I'm ready for anything. It's like I hardly have nails now. Usually I let them grow to be like claws, just to be like, yeah, I don't work with my hands. Yeah, that used to be a thing, like back in old Chinese society and shit.
Interesting.
Yeah. If you didn't have to do manual labor, you could just keep your nails long. People know, oh, this guy doesn't have to do manual labor. Otherwise, it's like you're a peasant.
Yeah.
You're a peasant, and you gotta keep the dirt out from under your nails.
Right.
You don't have time to be doing this. And you're.
Yeah.
But now we're going into the foot soldier. Yep. For next month, man, I need to be hitting it. I want to hit it harder. Maybe find a massage parlor around here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like somewhere close to where I live. Find a good place to get a full body massage done.
Know some people, let me know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Some people that are already practicing. They can do house calls.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. 'Cause that's so nice just to be able to go like, yeah, bring your shit. You know, I got space.
I imagine that there's I haven't run the numbers. This is something, another thing I need to do. Please feel free to remind me, right? Let's kind of look at the numbers of massage therapists that want to be in like a retail setting, right? That are comfortable going, you know, on a daily basis or however many times a week, whatever, they go to a chain massage establishment, or even a privately run one. And, you know, just sit there and do massages versus the ones that are mobile, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of doing their own thing, more or less. I know one young lady I contacted just yesterday, actually. You know, said that she was on Snap, and I saw that her nails were long, right? I was like, who are you giving massages with those nails? She's like, I haven't practiced in so long. She said specifically, I haven't given a real massage in forever. You know, she's actually licensed. She's one of my classmates and took her test and everything. Checked out some places, some establishments, some opportunities, I'll say, out west. Ended up coming back or whatever. It was like, I haven't done anything like that in so long. It's like, yeah, we need to, like, let me know. I got so far out until I'm freaking real, dude.
Are they?
I mean,
No, they aren't. They're way on the shoulder.
why would they? Okay, they're on the shoulder, but like, if your car's over there, why would you be talking like next to?
Oh yeah, like so way off on the side. I don't know, because they like having cars flying by them.
The sensation is wonderful.
Right. Nothing like the smell of exhaust fumes.
Oh yeah. Cars whizzing by you at speed. Feeling that wind, gravel whipping your face. Anyway, yeah, she was a bomb massage too.
Wait. So
she gets her glutes down. Let me know.
What's she actually do then?
Massage. What do you mean? Bodywork.
All right, bodywork. Yeah, but because she said that I haven't actually given a real massage. Like,
In a long time, and forever was the complete sentence.
forever. Right. So what's she doing?
Right now?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that she's being taken care of somehow.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. Good for her.
Yeah. But I didn't ask. It's total speculation.
Fair enough. Do I look like I'm being taken care of? serious.
Huh? Are you asking me for real?
Yeah, for real, for real.
Dude, you look like you're being taken care of.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to recuse myself. I'm not sure I can answer that, like, totally truthfully, honestly. You know what I mean?
I guess.
You look taken care of.
I do.
You don't look like you're being taken care of.
I look taken care of, but it doesn't look like I'm being taken care
You
of.
looked kept.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep things up, you know. Got to.
Is that a subtle enough diversion? I don't know.
I don't know. Would you repeat that?
I said that you looked kept.
Kept.
You don't look like you're being taken care of. And then I asked if that was a subtle enough diversion.
Yeah, I guess. It's like I'm trying to take care of myself. You know, kind of have to, right?
Right.
Especially as like young men. Young man, you gotta go bust some ass for a bit.
Dope, man, dope. I was listening to some old Jay-Z earlier this weekend.
Nice.
Hope Clothes, man. Ghetto Spokesman. You remember that one?
I'm not sure.
Volume 3, I think it was.
Pretty sure I've listened to it. Like, but you know, I said previously, for me it was just like a lot of time spent on Black Album and then the American Gangster soundtrack.
Interesting choices.
Yeah.
Not much before that, huh?
No, because like, you know, my exposure to it was, I think my initial exposure to Jay-Z was via Linkin Park.
Oh,
That remember it?
Cross platform,
Yeah.
cross genre, mashup.
Yeah, otherwise earlier rap that I listened to was just all Eminem and then D12.
That's even more humorous.
Yeah, that's like what I was exposed to, you know.
Yeah.
I had a couple of friends that were like, one guy I was in Scouts with, he was really into Eminem.
Yeah.
And then I had like this other friend who was really into Eminem. You go figure, like they're both white, you know,
Exactly.
like white kids. So
My parents don't know that I'm listening.
yeah. Well, no, I mean they knew.
I guess that's okay.
Yeah. Like one's a Jewish kid. His father owners, like, yeah, yeah.
Does it happen?
Just like these angsty teens are angsty teens, you know.
I suppose, but I mean, for their parents to know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming maybe this one guy's father that you were about to say, did his dad get the album for him, perhaps?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
I was gonna say his father owned a cigar shop, Stogie's,
Okay.
in Houston, and ended up selling it. Ultimately, I don't know what he's doing now, but
It's very interesting. I'm very intrigued by that. I like to state that my parents bought me my first CD. You wanna know what it was, right? I don't know if I ever told you.
if you told me, I forget.
It's cool, right? So it was Green Day's Dookie.
Oh, okay. Dookie, yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, I didn't even listen. I don't think I've even heard that entire album all the way through.
But I definitely
Maybe I have, like,
but
once.
you definitely heard, you know.
American Idiot.
No, stop. Oh,
What?
man.
We're talking about like there's a bit of an age gap between us.
So
You know?
very small one.
Wait, how is it? Is it
Like
really that small?
less than 5, yeah.
Oh, okay, it's pretty small. Yeah, I mean, I guess like I was listening to electronic stuff when I first started branching out and like looking into shit,
Okay.
looking into trance,
No shit.
and then I started picking up stuff that you know, like from friends.
I don't know. My radar is like all over the place, especially, and it's around that time. So essentially, when you were getting into high school, like spinning up your musical taste, like really expanding that.
Yep.
I was already like in the ocean, you know, like deep
Right.
water. So
Yeah, of course.
that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
during
fair.
that time. Yeah.
Really, like almost exactly about that time. So
Yep.
when I was starting out, that's when I got Dookie in 5th grade though. So
Shit.
yeah, Dookie. When I get first Jay-Z album, I bought myself at the beginning beginning of high school. I was like going nuts. I got 2001 by Dr. Dre, one CD. At the same time, I got vinyl, a Seal album on vinyl. I don't know. And then I got it in sophomore years when I got into electronics. So you would have been. Might have been just started in junior high, something like that. I know a whole bunch of people who were like in the underground, like selling screw tapes, like bootlegs, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, I probably shouldn't say that.
It's okay.
So I was like kind of like in and out of the Houston rap scene, things like that. A lot of fun. Wow. Talking about Jay-Z though. So yeah, that was the first Jay-Z album that I gave a rip about, was Volume 3.
Volume 3. The Life and Times of Sean Carter.
And then Blueprint. Did you flex with Blueprint at all?
I think I have it. So I finally got my network attached storage box back.
Right.
And on that, I think like 80 gigs of music.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I've got a pretty substantial amount. So somewhere mixed in all of that, I've probably got the Blueprint.
But, yeah,
I downloaded the discography.
I was gonna say I've definitely got the discography.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was definitely some earlier stuff, very similar to your story, right before Volume 3. Like I just wasn't paying attention.
Okay, Paul. Let me move this. Get up. Get up. Oh yeah, and early musical influence. Did I mention? I did mention.
A lot of classical.
It was the earliest stuff that really, the earliest sources for me for actual like popular music were stuff that I really just kind of learned through things like Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Right.
2 and
I think that's a classic for everybody.
and Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, like I got into the Offspring
Okay.
thanks to
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Yes, sir. I'll say I was on that note, I watched a lot of music television, man. A ton of music television, dude. I used to go to my to a family member's house, right? Like almost just about every summer, and just veg out on music television. It was crazy. Are you familiar with Much Music?
Much.
Yeah.
M-U-C-H.
M-U-C-H, music, Much Music.
Like a variety of music.
Well, it was like, I think it was MTV's competition back in the day. I think it turned into something else.
No, we didn't have cable. Like, I didn't have cable growing up until, like, 1 year we got cable. We got cable, and with that, cable internet.
Okay.
And that was awesome. It was so cool. You know, I think Napster and Kazaa were still things.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, Napster was dying, and the Kazaa was coming up. And then we moved. We left the U.S. So,
Oh, shit.
yeah, like, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't have it in my household, but again, whenever I was out of town, Much Music was playing. I learned about a lot of freaking different types of music that way. There's a lot of pop music. Pop music for me. I actually didn't get in touch with Tony Hawk 2 until after high school.
So, after high school.
Not after high school, like in the middle of high school. I'll say like that. I didn't own it myself.
Adventure. Play the hell out of that. But that's where you get like early musical influence came from the games that I got access to. So we didn't have a game console at home until the PS2 dropped.
Probably better for it, man.
Yep. In some ways. Go over to a friend's house and play SNES. Genesis.
I guess in my neighborhood it was like, alright, you get this game, I'll get this one, you know, beat it, swap, whatever.
Right.
There was like a little mention of exposure to Final Fantasy VII. Like I'll never forget. Only one person on the block had the PlayStation.
Right.
One person got Final Fantasy, dude. Everybody it was like a movie. You know what I mean? Like a stage show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Watching him go through it.
Yup. Looking forward to that remake, man.
That's really good.
I'm just like curious to see what life's gonna look like for me when that game drops. Because if things are good, I'm gonna no life it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna no life it, and then like if they have a collector's edition PS4 Pro for it, I'm gonna buy that fucker.
Really?
Yeah, I will. I mean, the pre-orders for the game are already open, and I'm pretty sure there's some special. I mean, this is big.
It's monumental for sure. This is what, 20
Big,
years?
dude. 20
years. 99.
20.
Oh no, 97. You didn't drop 97.
Yeah. Like 96, 20. Yeah, it's huge. This is humongous.
I'm trying to think. Was it 97? Yeah, dude, that game dropped in 97.
Yeah, it's an old game.
22 years.
Yeah. So like now, you know, I'm playing these theme songs, and people are like, oh, it sounds like it comes out of like a Korean drama, a K-drama, you know. Nah, you got no idea. Right? It's really like there's a cohort that knows, and will go like, oh shit, and then their younger people have no idea, but they will know.
Yeah.
They will know because it will be just like it's an echo.
I think the people who care about it would care about it. Like they're already locked in.
Some, you know. I know, like every time they had one of those CG movies based off the franchise, I would make sure to get a copy of that. Watch those. And it's nothing too memorable, even. It's just like for some reason it was a, you know, stuck out. It's legendary.
How can you use those two phrases in the same breath, man?
I mean, the movies, for me, they're just like in and out. You know?
Same, but not the game.
Yeah.
It's iconic to me, man.
I mean, when you put a lot of hours into something, it happens, right?
It's not even the hours to me. I mean, I told you, like the first time I cried in a video game, bro. I cried, bro. Real tears. It's like that bitch. A lot of emotion going through my brain at that time.
This ain't no museum. This junk is for sale. Yep. That's how I feel about all my shit.
I mean, you gotta be that forward with it too, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's like, I put it out there all the time. Just like, hey, see anything you like? Just fucking say anything.
Are you?
Nope.
Maybe?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you don't even have your signal on. Oh, nobody knows that you want to go left except you right now. That's an issue.
That's why
I shouldn't have stopped.
yeah, you just always take the right of way and let these people figure it out. You know, just don't block these things if it's a red, because you know that screws things up for everybody else.
Yeah, for sure. It's consideration. Again, I try to give it even when it's not given.
Yep. You know.
Jeez. Even if I see none coming my way in return.
Everything you say, everything you do, nobody cares. It's all just dust. I'm kidding. I care. I care.
Thanks. If you're going to take the time to ask a question, I certainly hope you care about to hear the answer.
Army Men 3DO games. I think so.
What about them?
It's on Game Boy.
Yeah, it's a handheld. Very massive handheld. Remember Game Gear?
Yeah, I remember Game Gear.
You were able to handle a Game Gear?
I mean, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, the 3DO was like larger than Game Gear. That's where I was going with it.
Man, I gotta look it up. I may have played it.
Absolute trash battery life.
Okay, and they made this 3DO company developed it for PlayStation, third-person shooter video game. I wonder. I don't know. I didn't have a PlayStation. I wanted to get the PS2 when I dropped it, but did not realize just how much hype there was. And ended up getting a Dreamcast that same day.
The same day that the PS2 dropped?
Yeah. My father caved. Like, fine. At last.
So, are you saying that you had a choice, or that you had been hounding him about the Dreamcast up until that point?
I'd been really wanting the PS2, but I didn't realize just how hyped up it would be, and how rabid people were for it at launch. And when it wasn't available, because they'd been all sold out earlier that morning, you know, my father finally relented and was just like, okay, but you can get this. I was like, then I thought, okay, what's the next best alternative I can get right now? You know, so why Dreamcast? So I knew the Dreamcast, I liked it. But in hindsight, it probably would have made more sense just to wait until there's PS2's re-upped.
From what I recall, the wait was really crazy, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So maybe
just like the PS3, when the PS3 dropped, it was stupid. And then like PS4, Xbox One, I had pre-orders on that shit, and I just canceled all of them. Like I didn't even want to touch it. Yeah. I was so sick and tired of touching physical inventory, and I am. I can't fucking stand it.
Say physical inventory, but these are appliances. This is like almost like furnishings.
Kind of.
You know what I mean? Like if you're home and you're able to sit, like you have a television that's with, you know, decent TV, whatever, light and sound, etc. Then you're gonna use it. And you don't consider it inventory if you're using it.
Yeah, I guess. Like right now, I don't have a Blu-ray player. Run a PS4, and there'd be a Blu-ray player.
Right.
Blu-rays look pretty nice.
It's still the standard.
Yep. You know what else is a standard? OLEDs. OLEDs are getting to the point where they're just like, wow, it's actually cheap. Well, cheap. I say cheap, but you know, you're still talking about dropping $2,000 if you want a 4K OLED, 65-inch.
$4,000.
4K TV. It's about $2,000, $2.5.
Gotcha.
$2.5. So it's still like premium.
Like flip that. I was like, I never heard of 2K televisions.
Yeah.
I don't know why they cost 4K. But
$2,000 for 4K.
I got you.
OLED.
Yeah.
This has an OLED display.
I think mine does.
Yeah.
What's the difference between OLED and AMOLED?
Oh, shit. I don't know. Back in the day, I probably could have told you something, but now I just don't give a shit. It's like when I need to know, I'll Google it.
I think mine's AMOLED.
Ammo.
Which is like subpar.
Maybe. Hey, if you say so. You got the shitty one. You got the knockoff, made in China version.
Hey man, if it's good enough for China, it's good enough for me. Look at me.
No, it's coming back up again.
Do it. Seriously, I am serious about that. Because I'm thinking about it.
Everything's going to shit right now. I look at the T-Mobile one and it just says 8.709 is overkill for 1080p 30, but that's where I want to be because that's how I roll. I just want to like push it in people's faces, like, look at this! I get this for the same price that you pay for like one of these things. You know, talk to me instead of the other dude. I won't. Fuck you. Unless you want to be fucking.
No shit. Not excited because I don't feel fit enough to be in a pool this season.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, super secondary. Third,
Texas.
It's just like you don't know, like this is your thing. I'm just like, I'd be okay like in my car or working even. Like if I could drive around, now that I am in my vehicle, I'm happy to do some ride shares or something. Oh, see some people, perhaps. I haven't even. Jeez, man, I'm so bad.
Dude, just, go have fun, meet the people, like, do the shit. I love that I could, like, the one person attending this thing that's status says streaming on Discord. That's so cool. We have the technology.
Yeah, man.
And it costs, it's pennies on the dollar compared to the alternative. Right? Well, I guess then again, this is a flagship smartphone. It's not cheap.
Is that how major of a component is that though in this whole operation? The significance of it.
I mean, it's a pretty big deal, Like just part of the whole being on top of the tech. Like I wanted to run the flagship. Right? It's not just a status symbol. It's also time productivity slash making shit. If your objective is to bring content to people, then you want the best tools. And what better than the camera you always have in your pocket? The video camera slash voice recorder you always have in your pocket.
Yeah.
You want the best one.
I'm always interested to hear you speak about that though, like having the flagship. You know what I mean? Like to me, it sounds really great, but I know. Like when I made the comparison for this phone, right? I have a Galaxy S7. I'll say it. I was trying to think what the comparison, what the Apple comparison was at the same time.
iPhone 7.
Bam. Okay.
I guess maybe.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Samsung was the top dog.
Yeah, Samsung had better shit, I think, for a good time.
Okay.
Huawei, at some point, I think during the iPhone 7, iPhone 8, somewhere between there, Huawei dropped the P20 Pro, which was amazing. You know, Julie showed shots that she'd taken with hers. I looked into the phone, Leica lens system, and just like unreal how impressive that phone was. But it's neither here nor there. For me, what sold me on this one was all about one, it's got the wide angle baked in, which is huge. It's less kit and it's just there. Two, the night shot feature. The night sight, fucking killer app right there. And then 3, this I can record 2160p 30 video, and it's backed up and saved for me indefinitely, free of charge, because I have this phone.
Can't hate on that, man.
No, because if we're trying to record content, I can give the live show viewers a slightly shittier, lower def version. If what it means is on the back end, I'm able to provide something that's just blows that right out of the water. You can put it in full screen on your 4K TV. How many people are doing this? It tends to be people with big money in this. And hey, sometimes you just get the latest smartphone and boom, you're able to at least just trade punches with these guys.
You're in the same arena.
Yeah, it immediately puts you in somewhat comparable footing. Of course, when you look at the sensor sizes on these, it's microscopic compared to what you're getting out of a full frame camera. So I may invest in. I personally don't really care to acquire all of this stuff unless there's a truly spin up, go true vertically integrated, have production team and what have you. At that point, yeah, it makes sense to acquire it. Otherwise, it's just other people have full frame cameras. I went to my friend's raves a couple of times, and you'd be surprised at just how much kit some of these guys are walking around with just to take rave videos. And they're walking around with some serious shit.
Heavy hardware, man.
Yeah, stuff that Jack Nothing was talking about to deploy out in the field for IRL. Okay. They're walking around with that stuff.
To be honest with you, that's what I'm used to seeing, man. It's pretty intimidating to show that, you know what I mean? Well, here's what I use, and you do a little research, and a lot of the people that are doing it that way, maybe they're doing it that way because they have the money, right? And you can get the latest and the greatest, for that type of setup, right? You know what I mean? Maybe thousands of dollars on your camera, plus your lenses, plus the monitors, batteries, everything.
It's big money.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah, and that's not even the real video equipment. If you want to get into true video cinema shit, you're talking
tens of thousands.
Tens. It gets stupid.
And then you have multiple cameras, right?
Of course you got multiple cameras. You got multiple cameras. That means you have to have multiple men running these things. Or just PTZ everything. It gets wild. Fucking wild really fast. But it's amazing. We have all of this stuff, and it's become easier and easier for consumers to tap into as well. So prosumers like myself, this is an incredible time to harness the shit because so much of the world is yet to come online, and it's just going to get more and more competitive, right? And we in the United States have access to credit like nobody's business. Like, you know, you can lose it all and then come back in a few years, all again, and come back in a few years, and then
it really shouldn't be anybody's business to have that kind of credit. But
yeah, shit, it's wild. I mean, I don't ever want to go through that, the actual like losing it all, because I've been bailed out before, you know, and it's really, really humbling experience. It changes how you consume. Right? There's a reason why I can keep my belt as tight as I do now. It's because, well, I've been really, really loose with my money in the past, and I've seen I've experienced just how painful that is.
right,
Just how stifling it
really
is.
fucks with your health, like in a lot of different ways.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm just like trouble sleeping, fucking trouble breathing, just freaking out. Walls are closing in, man. The walls. So the whole like mastery over money, it's what is it? Everything comes down to habits. It's all about the habits. I was reading like the quick fixes say just like if you're not trying to change your diet really in order to lose weight, you need to change your eating habits. And once you change your eating habits to match those of whatever it is you're trying to go for, then you will eventually get there, right? Oh yeah, so it was that your body, your shape is a lagging indicator of your eating habits, right?
Yeah.
And just like your musculature is a lagging indicator of your exercise habits, and the same can be said of like the mind. What you put into your body, what you feed your mind, it's all important. It's all right. Hey, maybe tomorrow. Would you ever? I want to try out Hyundai's flagship car.
It's this.
No, this is not the flagship.
Oh, so
The flagship, man.
So the Genesis.
Yeah, the Genesis, like the 80,
Yeah.
I think it's called.
Okay.
I think it's like 60 grand.
Yeah, it's really fucking amazing.
Fights with the M5.
Yes.
Yeah, and like
It's-
S500s and shit. It's an amazing car.
It's amazing. Yeah, I was took the words right out of my mouth. I sat in it one time. I didn't get a chance to drive one, but
The passenger seat or the driver's seat.
driver's seat.
Yeah, I think that on those ultra luxe types, the real best seat is this one.
Why you
It's
say
all
that?
about the passenger seat. Like if it's because at that point it's like these cars are designed for like the captains of industry who have the chauffeur and they're just like doing their shit.
Right.
Meanwhile, they're just doing whatever else they need to get done.
It's fair.
So they got like the massage features, like my Uncle's 7 Series. You know, riding in that's really nice. Driving it, I'm sure, is fine, but you know, it's as far as like a driver in car, it's just a heavier version of like it's a heavier version of 5 or
Yeah. Or this.
3 or
This.
3. You know?
In Hyundai's case.
Yeah.
I was told that's exactly what it is. It said it's just like the Sonata, except it's like Mercedes built.
Yeah, right. The Icus, I remember reading that what Hyundai would do when you needed a service call, they would take another Icus over to your house, pick up yours, and then take it for you to the dealership.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to drive over there yourself.
Yeah.
Which is just like, wow, that's fucking dope. that's customer service. That's how you win loyalty.
I mean, we talked about customer service at my nearest, at my local Hyundai.
Yeah.
But they've taken steps to be back in my good graces. So
That's good, man.
we'll continue to flux with them. But
So you just complained to the manager?
I didn't complain to the manager. I asked well, I mean, luckily I didn't have to take it there. I was able to talk to my normal rep or whatever.
Yeah, your service writer.
Right.
Oh, and they just took care of you.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Because I bitched about the BMW service sometimes, and they're just like, we're really sorry.
Well,
You know, because they're just used to like fleecing people for their money.
sure.
There's so many people that like go in just for the near luxury experience. Unless you're like you're pushing their 7, their 8, they don't really give a shit. They're like, yeah,
Whatever you gotta do.
yeah. It's just it's like
Here's the blank check.
really
Let me
sad.
know when you're done. You know what I mean? Fix everything that needs to be
Yeah.
fixed. Whatever.
Or you got the i8. If you're driving their top end, then okay, they'll take care of you. Otherwise, if you're just sitting there, like I'm showing up in this old 3
Yeah,
Series.
so shit, they don't want to talk to you, dude.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk because they know you're not gonna buy anything.
Yeah, they know. Like, plus I do most of the work on the thing myself.
Right.
You know, like I got the car that the mechanics want because they know it's like it's still a BMW. They'll bring you driving.
They can do anything they need to,
Yep.
you know, within a matter of
Easy.
hours.
Easy.
You know what I mean? They'll knock it out, whatever it is.
Yep.
It's not gonna cost them anything.
Yep. It's a solid car. I had somebody yesterday. I don't know if he's a troll or not, but because I'm not like keeping too close tabs. The cloud remembers everything. So this dude comes into the chat when I'm driving in my car and he makes a comment, shitty car.
Was it's his user?
No, he said shitty car about my car. Like as I'm driving it, I said, yeah, you know, it's old, but this is my first ever car. I've done a lot of, you know, it's just like, it's old. It's almost antique car status. Give it another 8 years and I'll have antique car plates. It still works. Like, I still smile when I drive it. It's noisy, but I deliberately made it noisier. I made it noisier. I dropped it on all 4 corners. It's just subtle.
Yeah, that's what you do to, you know, a car that you've had that long. When you know that, like, this is the car I want. It's not like me picking up this car, for instance. You know what I mean? Like, it's a great car. This is not, like, my first choice, though. You know what I mean? It was affordable and it had everything that I want. So
Right. This thing's solid.
I jumped. Yeah, it's a fucking great car.
Yeah.
And again, I got a great deal on it. But again, it's not. I'm not keen. Yeah, I'm not keen to work on this vehicle myself because I'm just not that invested in it, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is it's a for an econo box. It's an excellent econo box. Like modern cars are great. I'm really impressed. Like the rental that we had when I was out in Hawaii most recently was a new Honda Accord.
Okay.
It's solid.
Yeah.
It was solid. Like the Mazda 6 when that thing dropped, I was really favorably impressed. I'm a fan of the 3.
It's nice. I drove the hatch. Oh, that's a 5, I guess. Not necessarily 5. The 5 is like the wagon.
Yeah, the 5 was this like really, really anemic little minivan type deal. It was not a good car. But
What's the 3? Like the hatch 3. Anyway.
the 3, what was it? The most recent generation?
At the time, like 07.
Oh, 07, yeah, okay. So the 07, like the refresh that they did in 2013 for the 2013-14 model year.
Oh yeah, those.
14 model year. Those are sick.
nicer.
They're
Okay.
nice. They're nice. So I gotta drive the like the hatchback and the Grand Touring trim. It's got one of those little pop-up heads-up displays
Right,
to show you your speed,
sure.
your nav, and it's like, dude, it's solid driver's car. You know, like people, I'd have customers come in and go like, do you drive one of these? You know, like, are you driving a Mazda? What are you driving? And I said, oh, I'm driving an old BMW 3 Series. But I tell them like, yeah, I drove the new 3. It's just like, if I was going to buy a car tomorrow, like, the driving experience, the Mazdas are excellent. They do make a good driver's car. And it's cheap. It's cheap. It's got a little more pep than the other cars in the same price range, usually. Of course, Honda's always got some like nice little hot hatch. Gonna love them for it. Ford's got it too now.
they came back with the Focus.
Yep.
Interesting. Or is it the Fiesta?
It's the I think it's the Focus. No, Focus Fiesta.
I think it's the Fiesta. I thought the Focus was dead/dying.
I can't remember. They have the hot hatch.
It's tough to. I don't know. I didn't do much research on the Honda Z.
Civic Type R.
Is the newer upcoming.
It's out.
It's out already?
Cool. Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Type R's are out. They're cool.
Right.
Those are really cool. They're fast and they look pretty slick. And then STI is badass, man.
Oh yeah, we can't.
That thing's
Can't forget about
fucking
those.
badass.
Those folks
Sexy car.
probably taking the cake. Actually,
No. Cannot knock it. Subaru. Japanese autos, still excellent. Germans are cool and all, but like Asia's been fucking nipping at their heels for so long. For so long. I wonder how long it'll take to get the dream car to make it sustainable. I figure if I can. Phone is getting warm. Rip. Hey, Hawkeye 6-pack. I figure if I can get up to that $75,000 a year, just that really simple $75K a year, as a single man, no wife, no kids, I can literally drive whatever I want. And if we're doing business, then I can fly wherever I want. At least once a year. Fly anywhere. And fly in style. Don't need a lot of money to live well. Heads up. Yeah. Through your peripherals. What does Sky Active really mean? Sky Active technology. So what they focused on with Sky Active was to develop a suite of technologies, make the cars lighter, bring efficiency up to like approach that of hybrid status without having to switch over to hybrid powertrains. On the Mazda 6s, they did regenerative braking. I think they called it the E-loop. So that was one of like the first real integrations of hybrid type technology. But that's really more for accessory power. I think to this day they still don't have any hybrid. Mazda still doesn't have hybrid. I'm kind of curious about the new Supras too. I haven't actually like looked too much into those, but they're out. They're on the streets.
Yeah. My old dealership got their first one last week.
Nice.
In white.
Nice. I think red is a good one for a Supra.
Red or black, man. Sure.
Yeah.
Red because I've never had a red car. Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe my next dream car will be red. Just on GP. Right?
Fucking orange, man. I'm gonna do an orange NSX.
Humps in the freaking gallery area in a Lambo.
Yeah. So I was like, I went over to a Randall's, and some dude just rolls up, like, he was in Arab guy. He rolled up with his wife in a just like black Lambo, going to the grocery store. feedback, you're really just flying blind often, and it sucks. You know, it's frustrating enough that I've declared just like, why do I even bother with this? Like, if nobody will pay any attention, then just fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. It's so much easier just to record stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And like, you don't get interrupted by anybody, and you can just take as much time as you want and set up everything perfect, right? Live content is it's more challenging, a lot more challenging.
Bunch of hurdles, man. It's part of the race.
Yeah. My foreign pine had said F, but it wasn't descriptive enough. I didn't realize that the F meant, you know, that the image had been static and was frozen for, I don't know.
Talk about the broadcast. Oh, it could have been just like a grainy situation.
Right, yeah, because, you know, usually I expected that, okay, when it freaks out, it goes back down, it comes back up again. You know, sometimes people say welcome back, sometimes not. So it's just like, I don't really have anything really to operate with. I don't know. So apparently he said F, Foreign Pine said F at 12:24, and it's now
30 minutes ago.
42, so 20 minutes. 20 minutes of being on a static image, and then like no additional feedback from anybody saying that, oh, it's stuck on a single frame. No. Of course, I'm happy to fix it, but I need descriptive feedback. F is just not cutting it. Yep. Oh well, what the hell?
At this point, I guess we just gotta treat it like you weren't streaming, because, you know, I care about some of the conversation I feel that was going on right there, but that's pretty
Cared about it? Sorry, what was that?
I'm saying at this point, you can't do anything about it, because I'm saying that there was some decent conversation, I think, at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, it's whatever.
So we're getting off here.
What are you three going north? Toll, it's also toll. Dude, you should really get a tag.
I'm just not sure where it's at, number one, or if it has any money on it, right?
If it has any, just link it up to, you don't have a traditional banking, huh?
You have good with whatever's going on.
Like, you have an account number, don't you? Yeah, so like linking it up is trivial.
What, I mean, linking it to my car?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Alright, so we're gonna ride this for 5 miles to... For 5 miles.
Do you know? There you are. I'm just gonna conk out and take a nap.
Yeah. Did you not sleep well last night?
I really didn't, actually. Nope.
How come?
It's a good question. It's because I napped actually hella late. I know exactly why.
So what happened?
I napped late and woke up in the middle of the night.
Gotcha.
And stayed awake.
What time did you wake up?
3 or 4, something like that.
3 or 4. Damn.
It might have been earlier than that.
Gotcha.
Maybe. Yeah, it was like between 1 and 3.
I am happy to take the wheel.
Nah, we're not.
You know,
it's not that.
And there are gonna be some venue changes coming up too. So
right, yeah.
Like, if ever you're just like, yeah, you know what, I want to rest, relax a bit.
Yeah.
By all means.
Copy that.
Yeah.
We'll see. So you're planning on doing the whole thing? The whole
I mean, as long as it's not shit. If it's shit, then like I'm happy to bail and just go try to find something else.
I'm telling you, the party's where I'm at. I don't even know these people. I'm gonna tell you, like,
there's gonna be
as hype.
There's gonna be booze. They're gonna have what? They'll have booze and there's gonna be a pool. Like, what else do you want?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just saying, I can't imagine that anybody's gonna make it as hype as you and I.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I got the dog.
Damn, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna. I say you and I, but it's really Paul's show, right?
Yeah, I'm just his handler.
Yeah.
You're gonna make sure he doesn't run off with strange anybody.
Paul the Yorkie, he'll do it too. It's like, you seem friendly. Just oh shit, where's Master? It's like the next day. He's more attentive.
No, he's pretty dumb.
Your dog, man. I'm not gonna do Paul like that.
A long line of cars.
Food's first, you said?
Yeah, food first.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's lunchtime. You know, want a chow. Breaking bread is always a good time in the chat.
Yeah, I forgot.
You know, I don't know how much of this I'll actually broadcast. You know, like I may broadcast portions if other people are okay with the broadcast, but I don't think I'm gonna go in, show up, and be like, "Hey, it's my show now." You know, yeah, like that's not cool. Just gotta like feel things out first, and then go from there.
Who's the important people?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's it's the hosts, right? Like, kind of read their energy, and I can show them, like, hey, I can tell them, hey, I actually brought my road going kit. I'm gonna be going to TwitchCon, blah blah blah, and show them the shit. I'm gonna be trying to do TwitchCon out of this backpack.
Specifically that backpack, or
Just this
like
bag.
what you have?
Just this backpack.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like you said, you didn't want to take.
Yeah, no check-in luggage. No, I'm just gonna travel light. Should be interesting. See if I can swing it.
Why are these roads so freaking weird, man? So why are these roads so weird?
Because Austin's weird. People want to keep Austin weird. They're not trying to make Austin into Houston. Houston is all right, I guess.
It's cool. It's alright. It's home.
Yeah, it is. It is home. It is home.
It's home. I'll take it. It's kind of a good place. Think about that too, dude. Like I want to leave. Like what happens when when you get that offer elsewhere. In the better place, the ideal place where you want to spread your wings, plant your roots, etc.
When the opportunity comes, being able to take advantage of it is good.
Being done. Yeah.
That's why I'm pretty happy to just take on these little excursions, little field trips, get comfortable grabbing and going like this.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. And
just focusing on like, okay, what's actually important for me to walk out the door with, right?
What do I have to have?
Yeah. So just grab like dop kit, toothbrush, some stuff to make stuff with.
You call it a what kit?
Dop kit. DOPP.
Okay.
DOP. Dop kit.
Do only.
No, it's. I don't know. I think it's like. Maybe it's like the word Kleenex. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know the origins of this one. We can find out. I can tell you right now.
I'm not dying to know, but I'm interested. I'm filing it in my mind in case you were as willing to do what you're doing now.
Dop kit. Here we go. Maserati. Alright, dop kit is a term particularly in use in the US for toiletry bags. The name derives from the early 20th century leather craftsman Charles Doppelt, whose company designed the case in 1926.
Doppler?
It's not Lay, but Elt. Doppelt. Doppelt.
Something like fish fillet, right?
No, because Filet. This is ELT as opposed to LET. Yeah, carbs. Yep. I posted about it, you know. So we're doing it. Yep. It's the day.
Here we go.
Yeah, how are you? Had some new peoples in chat earlier, and I didn't engage them because I was chatting with you, and I don't know what they said, and I don't know. Do I care? Kind of.
Probably should, yeah.
I mean, it was a while back. It was when we were first setting out. You know, people like coming with witty jokes and puns and stuff, and
It's cool. I mean, I'm always interested in that, just personally. You know, it's like not new to you, but and of course, the people that are already in chat, they see it. So yeah, never mind.
nice carbs. Finished some arting. What did you make? Let me take a look. You should see what my screen looks like right now. Just the amount of windows I have open. It's not tabs, it's just the windows. The particular windows that I have open right now are just silly.
One of the dwellers under this bridge here had a sign. It said "fuck normality," and under that it said "YOLO." YOLO. Oh yeah, where are we going? BT Dubs. I figure we're close to that 5 mile mark.
Yesterday, I'm trying not to count my eggs before my chickens before they hatch. No. But yesterday, had this I'll show you some numbers later. Because I talked about selling my time for top dollar.
Yeah.
If people want to buy my time.
Right, the latest figure I heard was
$6 a minute.
yeah,
$5.99 a minute.
$300, $360 an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
364, I think it's specifically.
Well, $5.99 times 60 comes out to $359.40. $359.40. So $360 an hour. Right. So that's the top that I can charge on certain platforms.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy to peg it at the top.
Oh yeah, why the fuck not?
Because otherwise, I want, otherwise I'm pretty happy just to keep my focus really broad, and just focus on whatever the hell it is I'm doing, and not change what I'm doing just to match what somebody else would like in a moment.
That's the idea. You have to carve your own, make your own stamp, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's cool that you can compare it to this person, but like, what can you actually do? And can you best it, right?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna be wanting to follow this thing, one, and we're gonna want to go to south, one south. Yeah, you want to be on that Mopac. I think it's up there.
Right.
No, it's actually up there at Mopac, not this.
Oh.
You want to be on the Mopac? It's all right. Just follow this. Follow this for
I
now.
don't think that's smart.
Huh?
What it just
It's Mopac south. I don't know.
well, it's this thing.
Yeah, it's this. So
Or here.
it's okay.
We're still going the same direction. So
Just
I think I want to exit, dude.
yeah, I think that's probably the best move. It's just we're driving on Austin right now, but definitely exit here.
Yep.
It's quick. Exit here, and you're gonna make a right onto this upcoming thing. Very minor detour.
Right?
Actually, first available right, if possible, if safe to do so. Then make this first available where the green car is coming.
Well, not that
Where the green
exact
car is. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. My bad. My bad, dude.
All right. And
then we're gonna make another right coming up onto not this first street. We'll just keep rolling for a little bit.
okay.
Past this one, but the next actual street, which is reminiscent of Paul's. Keep going, and there you go, where all those cars are coming from. Turn right there. Ooh, buddy. My little Yorkie. Alright, and we're gonna make a right at the stop sign. And then hop on and follow it to one that's southbound. My bad, I don't even know what I was thinking about, but I got distracted about this by something. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Sweet.
Freaking content creator stuff. Oh yeah, okay, carving out your own lane, or your own thing. Right?
Your own stamp.
Yeah, because I want to ultimately make this so how do you make this into the most interesting show on Twitch or on YouTube on daytime live stream content?
Sure.
We're gonna exit here, which is really funny. It's like we just got here and we're gonna be exiting. Wait, is this it? No, it wants us to go further. My bad. I don't know why it thought this. My bad. Totally my bad. That stick and all that shit. My bad.
It's okay. I'm happy to have some verbal communication about where we're going.
Yeah.
It's not last minute, but anything is better than anything.
Right. I'm doing the thing now. This is our exit. And after the exit, we're going to be making a left. But yeah, it's like, how do you turn this into the most interesting channel? Well, you gotta live a really interesting life in order to be the most interesting channel, right?
It's not necessarily true.
You don't think so?
I'll take okay, so I suppose that it's relative, but for a while there was, thank you, an individual who was doing nothing but streaming him on his couch. I know I've mentioned this to you before.
Yeah.
You might have seen it, perhaps.
Okay.
I forget the person's name, thankfully, but
Yeah.
just on the couch, man.
Uh-huh.
Dude was on the couch. He'd sleep. He would eat. He's watching TV. He might play a video game. Little to no talking, like, whatsoever. And hella viewers, there's subs coming in, chats scrolling like a freaking print press. Very strange.
Hey, you just grew organically?
I don't know where it came from.
We're gonna make our next right.
I don't know where it came from. Reference, obviously, this was like a new thing, something unique, perhaps, but maybe that was unique enough. Right?
I don't know. I mean, no, the next street.
So yeah, the point is you don't have to be like some type of new type of content to get the numbers.
Dude, you know, like what I'm essentially, I'll talk to you about that. Like, really, what the thing is gonna, like, the real thing vision. Because I've got it more or less summed up now. All right, and then our next turn is in about a quarter of a mile. We're gonna be making a left into a shopping center that's right before the next major street.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to find somebody to raid.
Nice. Raid me.
Oh yeah, you're streaming right now, Kessa.
Whoa.